This is the first bespoke all-electric fire tender built by Rosenbauer. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's out at Future. Come on, watch the video to know more. Right, to know more about the fire tender, it's Mark from Rosenbauer. How are you doing? You all right?
Nice to meet you, Ben. Yes,
right,
very well,
first of all, tell us about the company and tell us about why you've built a bespoke fire tender. Because I've always said fire, water, electricity, all sort of don't like mix, but apparently they do.
But the vehicle we're standing in front of here is the first bespoke electric fire, fully electric fire engine, certainly on the UK market. The vehicle works on 2 electric motors charged by 2 batteries that are in the chassis and in front of the water tank. But it's also got an energy backup system. To future-proof the vehicle, we decided that to have it run on electricity and just rely on charging would limit its use.
Yeah.
So we put a 3-litre diesel engine on the back, which purely charges the batteries.
And it's only, like you said, when it gets to base level, and it'll kick in.
At a certain percentage.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything in the cab. It'll automatically kick in and start to charge the batteries. So the drive, purely electric. The pumping, purely electric.
So, and as you've said, this is built from the ground up. This isn't a fire tender you've looked at and taken engines out and said, right, we don't want this 3-litre, 5-litre, we don't want this, and let's put an electric. You've built this from the ground up.
Correct. We looked at the option of taking a third-party chassis and decided it was too limiting to us to be able to do that. In terms of the layout of the chassis was designed mostly for haulage rather than our use, and cost. Buying in a third-party chassis seemed expensive.
Yeah.
So we took a chassis, which meant we could also then put in part of the battery would go there to keep the weight down, and basically everything further up is Rosenbauer.
That is, I'm not being funny, it just looks so futuristic. It
Yeah.
looks absolutely crazy. I showed our cameraman when he come round the corner and he says, I've got no words. It's just like, it's freakishly good looking.
For me, it's an evolution because Rosenbauer are famous for making fairly boxy, dare I say it, fire engines.
Right.
But then if you think about it, a box is the shape it is to maximise the space inside.
Yeah.
So from a stowage point of view and from a water tank point of view, it's the best design.
Yeah.
So our fire engines have been that way. The bit that's new from my point of view is this front end.
Yeah.
Again, with this design. And then inside, which I think we'll see in a minute, the inside again is a bit different again. But again, there are reasons for that. Everything about the vehicle has been really well thought through to make sure it operates in a way that firefighters are used to. So there's no, oh, we're not sure about how this is going to work, how that's going to work. It operates the same as diesel from a firefighting point of view, always has. The only difference is, it's powered by electricity.
First thing I noticed, it looks a bit like a bus, and normally you've got to climb out of the tender.
Yeah, so.
This is people walking out in it.
Yeah, well, so the biggest reason for downtime of firefighters in the UK is injury. The biggest reason for injury in the UK is, in the words of one of the chiefs I know, is falling out of your fire engine.
Right.
If you imagine you've got your BA set on, normal cab, you'd be coming out backwards.
Yeah.
You can't see what you're walking into.
Yep.
And as you step down, ankles, knees, back, easy to go.
Yep.
So from that point of view, having a system where you can exit the vehicle facing forwards,
it's safe.
Got to be safer.
Yep.
Ultimately, it'll save money because you'll have less firefighters injured, less downtime. That's why we do it.
All firefighters out there, think on, don't fall out your tender.
Come on,
right, come on, let's have a look. This is bizarre. When I say bizarre, I mean it in a good way. Oh my God.
Yeah. So the first thing you'll notice, the first thing I noticed actually was the quality of everything just feels right. Looks easy to clean. So from a clean cab point of view, perfect. The next thing you'll notice is you can stand up in here, and all the way along the vehicle you can stand up, which is good. The next thing clearly you'll notice will be that the crew seats are facing each other rather than in two rows. Yeah. A couple of reasons for that. The first reason is to do with the exit. To put these seats, you can put your BA sets in.
Yep.
You put your BA set on, walk straight out. The next reason is it's very quiet in here. Even when you're driving, because it's electric, there isn't a lot of noise in here. So from a briefing or debriefing point of view, you're sitting here, the OIC seat and the driver's seat rotate. nice and easy to have briefing. In fact, someone mentioned to me before you could actually use this area as an incident command area, and easily have a briefing from that point of view. The third reason that they've designed the seats like this is research shows that domestic fire engines, their biggest problem in terms of collisions is side impact.
Right.
Of course, these seats are designed for that way support, not that way support.
Yes.
So if you're having a side impact, this is the way you want to be facing.
So everything's thought out, not just the seating while you're doing it, but the beer, the clean air, everything walking out, decontamination and everything. Just explain to the viewers as well, green lights, red lights.
So the reason, you may remember, you may have a torch when you were a kid or something that had a red light as well as a white light. And the reason for the different colour lighting, as much as anything, is that it means it reduces night glare. White light will open your pupils, and then when you turn the light off, you get that momentary blindness, don't you? With a red light or a green light, it doesn't open your pupils as much. So when the light goes off or you're stepping out, your vision will attune to dark light quicker than if it's white in here. And they do go white.
Right.
So we can have white light in here. But green light is just better from a firefighter's point of view when you're stepping out into the dark.
It's more aesthetically pleasing as well.
Well, it does make it a bit of a disco, yeah.
And let's have a look at the cockpit then, because that is completely different. Mike, can you come in and have a look at the cockpit? I'll sit here.
Yeah.
So we can have a good look round.
Yeah, so the cockpit is designed with simplicity in mind, really. Everything is now digital, and the clarity, this is called the logic control system, and the clarity, you operate everything from the fire engine from here. There is, of course, pump controls at the rear, but you can do everything here. Your lighting, your pump controls, the suspension. This vehicle has air suspension. So one of the advantages of this vehicle is you can lower the vehicle, which means manual handling from the stowage at the back, which we'll see as we walk round, is much easier for the different heights of firefighters.
Yeah.
Again, nice simple row of buttons, air conditioning. You've then got your bird's eye view cameras you can see here, and this vehicle is fitted with the camera rear view mirrors, so either side of the cameras are the view from the camera.
Right.
So you can see back with the vehicle. And then right at the top you have your comms area where you'll have all your different airwaves, talent, whatever, all your communications.
So there's no area around the vehicle that can't be seen. So
Correct.
For reversing, for firefighters up when they're working, fires themselves or anything.
Even to the point, I don't know that you can see this because it's behind me for the camera.
Look at this, Mike.
But they have a blind spot monitor here, so you can tell when there's people. The whole point about all of this is the flexibility. The way we describe what we do is we ask the fire and rescue service to describe what they want the vehicle to do, and then we go away and design it.
Right, so tell us about everything that's on, because I've seen a lot of times things are getting pulled out.
I'll show you that, yeah. So this vehicle's been designed in a minimal way, really, because ultimately we'll need to sell this vehicle. And what we don't want to do is load it up with all the innovation we've got, and then who we sell it to say, well, we don't want any of that, and have to take it all out again. So what we've tried to do with this is to give an example about the build quality and what you can have.
Yep.
And for example, one of the things I mentioned that we'll come to in a minute is the BA sets. Well, clearly you wouldn't have BA sets deployable in the stowage and in the crew cab.
Yeah.
So that's an example of, well, it's just to show you what we can do.
Yeah.
But all of this is designed really so that the further up the vehicle you go, the lighter the stowage, so that manual handling is easier for people's backs. But then we've got all kinds of pull-out systems here. Anything orange means you can pull it.
Right.
That'll go to there, and then if you want to do it again, it goes one bit further. So if you grab that handle,
Yep.
pull it that way and keep going, and then it'll lock in place there. And it's that simple. And then that gives you easier access to whatever you've got stored behind it.
So every bit of storage is used and vital. There's nothing that's going to be wasted on
Absolutely. So again, we wouldn't have big blank areas like this or areas with nothing in them. When the finished appliance is delivered, we will get the fire and rescue service to bring all their equipment up to Holmfirth where we're based, and then our storage guys. Proper Yorkshire.
Proper Yorkshire.
Absolutely. and I'm not. So
where are you from?
Sorry.
Get out, you're bad.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we will get the fire service to come up with their equipment, and then our stowage guys will talk through with them where they want stuff. We can give them advice on why don't you put that with that, and so on. We work together. Yeah, keep going.
So like everything that you've got here now, you've thought of where someone's going to want to get it, how easy it's going to be to pull off. This is not just thrown together in a workshop.
No.
Has this taken years of research?
Yes.
How much have you thought into what you want to put in, where you want to put it?
Well, a lot is the answer.
Yeah.
The people we've got in the UK dealing with this have been doing it for a good number of years now. Our senior storage guy has been with us for 10 years. And I think, you know, what he knows about where things are going, other people learn from.
Yeah.
Equally, people in Austria, we have a large percentage of our company out of retained firefighters. So from the minute we start talking about a fire engine to a customer, it's being designed by people who use it for real.
Who've done the job and know the expertise of it.
And then as we move down the vehicle, you see, we can have high pressure hose systems.
Yep.
Whatever you want really, but it might well be we say, well, look, actually, why don't you have that further back, further forward? Depends how you're going to use it.
So it's a big Meccano set. Everything's movable, like Techno-Legics.
That's exactly, yeah.
Techno-Lego.
It's easy for you to
I
say.
know what it means. But so basically everything can be moved.
Yeah, and the important about that is that, of course, technology changes, operational principles change. So what we could say is have it like this now, and then the fire and rescue service can go back to us and say, well, there's this new piece of kit come out. Can we move that? Can we put that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're very flexible in what you do.
Absolutely,
and it's Technics Lego. Boom.
Technics Lego.
I got that down, didn't I? So again, back to you saying, BA kits that stood there.
So this BA kit, for example, comes out like this.
And that's at average height as well. Yeah. So I'm a bit taller, I also can come in and crouch down a bit, get my thing.
It'll go up and down as well, so it's flexible depending on the firefighter's height. But that's a good example of we keep it there. Often what we would say is we'd also have some what we call dirty lockers, where your used PPE and your used BA sets would go. They're all external. We'll build them into the vehicle as well, so that the cab remains clean, no dirty equipment's taken into the cab.
So contamination for chemicals, certain smells, everything that goes off in a fire, you want that cab to be as clean as possible.
Yeah, and I think it's worth pointing out as well that all our vehicles come with HEPA filtration systems on them, which are the current best you can get to keep contaminants out.
To pull out all the crap and leave all the good stuff inside. I didn't say crap, but I did say crap.
I know what you mean.
Just follow it round here, Mike, last but not least.
So the first thing that you'll notice here is there seems to be a lack of pump operation systems. The first thing to mention is that our standard is to have 2 outlets coming out each side.
Yep.
Mainly because that leaves the entire area here free for there's no trip hazard for the pump operator. Having said that, a lot of UK fire and rescue services operate in small streets.
People don't have a clue, do they?
Yeah, there's another one.
And there's another one.
They're operating in tight streets, so what we can do is be flexible to say, well, why don't we move at least one of those to come out the back? What I heard earlier is what pump operators like is to stand on the hose so they can tell when the water's flowing.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was quite good. Our pump operation, though, is hidden.
We just said, where's the pump?
Where's the outlets?
Cool, we'll do it again.
So what I would just say is the lack of pump controls is because they're hidden away in here.
Right.
Yeah. So you've got a very simple set of controls for your rear-based pump operator to use, and then that big TV screen we saw at the front earlier, that has all the information on, so the driver can keep an eye on what's going on as well, make sure that the pump operator is doing his job correctly.
So it's not like old school, which pulling out handles and testing out weirs.
Well, this is hose storage here.
Yep.
You'd have your hoses under there. It's just literally like that. Again, everything orange is what you can touch, so it's nice and easy to work out. And yeah, hose reel storage will be under here. You've got your inputs down here. I think we mentioned before, we've got 2 outputs either side.
Yep.
That can be changed because we found UK fire and rescue services actually find where they've got narrow streets, having them coming out the side is a bit limiting. So what we do for a lot of UK fire and rescue services is move 2 of those outputs to the rear. So you have 2 at the side, 2 at the rear.
Right. Well, all I can say is thank you so much for showing us your tender.
Not at all.
It means world to us, and I hope you conquer the market. I wish you all the best. And again, this is the first electric fire tender currently.
You should come up and see us.
I'll come up and see it because you're in proper Yorkshire.
That's right.
And yeah, thank you so much for it.
Not at all.
Best of luck for everything you do.
Thank you very much.